My dear viewers, hello and welcome to a new episode of our program, The Women's World, during which we bring you all what concerns the Egyptian women. A short break and I'm going to be back with you. Welcome back. Well, in this episode, we are going to discuss the energy and the renewable energy. We're going to know more in the following report.
Egypt possesses an abundance of land, sunny weather, and high wind speeds, making it a prime location for renewable energy projects. The renewable energy equipment market is potentially worth billions of dollars. Egypt applies a sustainable energy mix to both address increasing demand and to move to a more environmentally sustainable and diverse electricity sector. The 2023 Integrated Sustainable Energy Strategy, which builds on previous strategies, emphasizes the importance of renewable energy. Egypt is working on increasing the supply of electricity generated from renewable resources to 20% by 2024 and 42% by 2035, and with wind providing 14%, hydropower 1.98%, photovoltaic 21.3%, wind 14%, concentrating solar power 5.52%, and conventional energy sources 57.33% by 2035. This plan is currently being revised and waiting the approval of the Supreme Council for Energy to reflect 33% of energy generated from renewable energy by 2025, 48% by 2030, 55% by 2035, and 61% by 2040. From December 2015 to December 2018, a total of 28,229 megawatts was added to the grid, resulting in a total installed capacity of 55 gigawatt, including both conventional and renewable energy sources. Egypt's government invested around 24 billion Egyptian pounds in the distribution grid between 2017 and 2020. It currently needs around 19.5 billion Egyptian pounds to upgrade its distribution networks. The government is also working on modernizing 47 distribution control centers around the country. Part of Egypt's Vision 2030 is to increase local content. The Ministry of Electricity and Renewable Energy succeeded in reaching 30% local content for wind farms in 2018 and was expected to increase the share to 70% by the end of 2024. The ministry was expected to reach 80% local content of CSP projects also by the end of 2025.
Well, to shed more light on the energy in Egypt and the renewable energy, we have the pleasure to have this photo with Dr. Amany Arafa, chairwoman of the RMG Egypt for Energy Projects. Good day to you.
Good day to you. Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to have you with us over the phone. Well, Dr. Arafa, can you talk to us about the state's keenness to expand renewable energy projects and also to increase the contribution to the total generated energy so far as to reduce the dependence of fossil fuels?
Well, as we all know, Egypt possesses an abundance of land, sunny weather, and high wind speeds, making it a prime location for renewable energy projects. The renewable energy equipment market is potentially worth billions of dollars. So the Egyptian government is well aware of the need of a sustainable energy mix to both address increasing demand and to move to a more environmentally sustainable and diverse electricity sector. We have an integrated sustainable energy strategy for the year 2035, which builds on previous strategies emphasizes the importance of renewable energy. So Egypt is working on increasing the supply of electricity generated from renewable resources to reach up to 40% by the year 2035, with wind providing 14%, hydropower 1.98%, photovoltaic by 21.3%, wind concentrating solar power 5.52%, and conventional energy sources by 57.33% by the year 2035. Well, this plan is currently ongoing and also being revised and waiting for the approval of the Supreme Council for Energy to reflect 33% of energy generated from renewable energy by 2025.
Yes.
And 48% by 2030 and 55% by 2035.
Yes.
And this will reach the maximum by 61% by 2040. This is believed to be a very optimistic plan, and for sure the private sector is expected to deliver most of this capacity.
Yes. So, Dr. Arafa, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi this week have met with the Greek officials concerning the Greek project. So, could you give us an idea about it?
Well, there has been a very important meeting last week, yes. Actually last Monday on the 22nd of January, where our President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met with the chairman of the Greek Kopolosis Group, Mr. Dimitris Kopolosis, and that was in the presence of Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, our Prime Minister, and other ministers. Of course, on top of them is Dr. Mohammed Shaker, the Minister of Electricity and Renewable Energy.
Yes.
The focus of having this meeting is to brief the President of the progress in the Greek project for power interconnection with Europe, particularly with the successful incorporation of the project into the initial list of projects of common interest in the European Union. So this will pave the way for embarking on the next phase of the project's implementation, namely the preparation of the final technical environmental studies, as well as the study to determine the path of marine connection cables.
Yes.
The President as well was offered an overview of the group's plans for the production of renewable energy in Egypt. So he was given a presentation on efforts exerted to boost joint work between Egypt and the group, implementing a 9.5 gigawatt wind and solar power production projects. This
Yes.
will strongly support the Egyptian economy, as we all hope, and make a major contribution to the efforts toward the transition to clean energy in Egypt and Europe.
Yes, concerning the clean energy and also boosting the economy, to what extent does the establishment of the new and renewable energy plants contribute to the clean energy?
Well, according to the statistics and the different studies, renewable energy projects can provide economic benefits to the local communities, to the of course the economic situation of the current of the country by helping to reduce poverty and support sustainable development. For one reason, it generates extra income for landlords using swaths of their land to support renewable energy generation. And it's reducing also the country's spending of hard currency on importing petroleum derivatives and foods, as we all know.
Yes, yes. So, Dr. Arafa, what do you think of the importance of also the role of the private sector's participation in the renewable energy projects?
The private sector has a major role in that, of course. It helps the public sector to take the advantage of the technology and the innovation offered by the private sector, which improves the efficiency of the projects and reduce the implementation costs and lessens the duration of those construction phases. In addition to that, it of course offers a lot of working opportunities to the youth and to the community which is also helping the economy of the country.
Yes, yes. Dr. Arafa, to what extent does Egypt have the potential to export the hydrogen and also to help develop it as a clean energy source?
Well, as you know, Egypt has an extensive energy infrastructure, and it does have also an extensive sustainable and renewable energy potential and vast storage facilities. And its ability to leverage large-scale solar and wind projects can play a vital role in achieving sustainable and carbon-neutral hydrogen production. And yes, the potential is there, and the strategy is being reviewed by the Egyptian government day by day, and things will be very promising in the near future.
Yes. So, Dr. Arafa, to what extent can Egypt be a regional center for energy production and trading, as well as a green refueling hub for global shipping lines?
Well, actually, we consider Egypt is a very lucky country by its geographical location near the different markets. Egypt positions itself at the center of a new energy market and the regional natural gas trading hub, and now we are adding to it now the electrical also trading with Europe. Yes. With the recent energy turbulences, Egypt has had the chance to realize its aspiration and tap into new markets. Yes. Empowered by its strong natural gas infrastructure. This is the main infrastructure that we are relying on. Egypt also has been consolidating its position as a regional hub through various efforts to achieve this goal. And through using its two liquefaction plants to re-export liquefied natural gas, LNG, to Europe, the country has signed also a number of agreements and MOUs in this regard. If someone can recall, in last June, actually June 2022, Egypt signed an agreement with the European Union and Israel to export natural gas from Israel to Europe via Egypt's liquefaction plants. So this is a good use of the infrastructure that we already have. And it reflects also the Egypt's significant role connecting the region. Yeah. Furthermore, in January 2022, we have witnessed the signing of an agreement with both Lebanon and Syria to export around 650 million cubic meters per year of natural gas to both countries via pipelines. And later on, the end of 2022, actually in October, the Ministry of Petroleum and Mineral Resources announced another framework agreement for developing the Gaza Marine field offshore of Gaza, according to which the Egyptian Natural Gas Company is set to take over the field's development. I guess now, according to what is happening in this region, it has been a bit on hold. And we hope that this war will be finished very soon. Yes. And things get back to normal.
Yes. Dr. Arafa, how do you see Egypt as an energy hub? I mean, what do we expect in the near future?
Well, in the near future, we are working more as traders. We are importing and exporting oil, gas, electricity, and there will be other things, I believe, in the pipelines. And Egypt will always remain the focal point in this region with its geographical position, as we all know. But I guess due to the circumstances that we have been facing lately with the war in Gaza, things has been a little bit slowing down, but it will be back as we all need to overcome the economic problems that we are all facing in this region. So we really need to get back on that, and we do have we have the strategy for that, but we need things to slow down in the region.
Yes, Dr. Arafa, this week President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and the Russian President Vladimir Putin via video conference have inaugurated the Dab'a power plant, which is going to be ready by the year 2028. And actually, Russia have trained around 90 people and is willing to help Egypt in monitoring the power plant during the first years of working. So how did you follow this event?
I have been following this event for some years now.
Yes,
since
of course.
Egypt announced that we are going to have our first nuclear station, of course, for just peaceful uses, not for anything else. There has been a lot of, rejection from some people who were not aware of the need of such nuclear stations. But Egypt took the right decision, and now we are starting to build this big project, and we are seeing it as a very important project, to help Egypt overcome the current shortage of electricity, and to have a diversity of power generation stations, not just the wind and solar and the natural gas. We need to have a real diversity to overcome any hurdles that we might see, especially that we are speaking about increasing our industrial projects, and we are increasing also the residential areas, and we are building new towns. And we cannot do all this if we have such a shortage in power. So yes, I very much agree and emphasize having this nuclear station, and we look forward to see the positive outcome of it as soon as possible.
Yes. Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information. Dr. Amany Arafa, Chairwoman of RMG Egypt for Energy Projects. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, with this we come to the end of this episode of our program, Women's World. My name is Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.